Hey everybody, and welcome to This Is the Police, a game that has been heavily requested. A lot of people wanted to see me play This Is the Police, so here she is. There she blows. We're going to play the game. It's a game where you take on the role of a police chief on his last 180 days on the job in a town that's effectively run into the dirt. It's a strategy / adventure game available on Steam right now, and it's a pretty cool concept, a pretty cool setup, and we'll play the game. We'll see what's going on with it. What we'll do is we'll start a new game. The game in the beginning is quite cutscene heavy, so there'll be a little talking from me as we kind of play through what's going on. Yes, we will overwrite the data. I've played like half an hour of the game, so you ain't missed much. So day 1, July the 15th. Mayor Rogers is a sex maniac. City Hall confirms rumours of Jack Boyd's resignation. I believe that's us. And Mark War 2 to be shown in Freiburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. Let's go to fucking work.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freiburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same: play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Alright, so, press conference indeed. Good morning! Yesterday the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? So, our options are surprise. The mayor discussed it with me. I've been expecting this bullshit from the mayor. What's the difference? I've been expecting this bullshit from the mayor. Mayor Rogers is a dishonourable, corrupt politician, and he's been waiting for an opportunity to get rid of me. Not happy at all. Did you already know the name of your successor? No, I think it's a new man. I think it's a department veteran. Who cares? I think it's a new man. We'll go with that. I have no idea if this bears any overall influence on the game itself, but we'll go with, I think it's a new man. I think they're bringing in some new blood, a fresh mind to take a fresh look at the problem. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy Francis Kendrick said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? I'd be happy. I'd be happy. It's hard to say, but I can't think of a more deserving candidate than Captain Kendrick. He's a good man. Mr. Francis is a good man. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? Bull fucking shit. I don't know if it helps the police. No comment. Bullshit. Excuse me, but that's a pile of horse shit. Horse fucking hockey. The Mafia and the police working together? Maybe they're in cahoots with the aliens? The Mafia are a bunch of low-life criminals. How about someone ask a real question? Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Definitely, definitely not. Possibly. How should I know? We'll go with definitely. Of course, it's the reason personal relations are always important, no matter what anyone says, which is actually true in life. Regardless of what people say, personal relations always come into play. If you've ever worked in an office, you'll understand this. Office politics, man, it's the fucking bottom end, it's scraping the barrel of fucking, you know, interactions with people, office politics. He who brown noses goes to the top first, is what they say. Thank you! Is that us done?
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick. As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon. "180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man."
I'll do my best.
"And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon."
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr. Ha ha ha! Get fucked. So let's have a look at the papers. Day 2. Jack Boyd believes feud with the mayor led to his resignation. Jack Boyd confirms police cooperation with the mafia. Well, I never said that at all. I said precisely the opposite. Head of culture department owns villa in Italy. Fair enough. Not much I can say about that, but this bollocks, I said precisely the opposite. The fact are fucking, they're getting embargoed in my town. Let's go to work. One day this motherfucker's gonna start first time.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Alright, so that covers the intro cutscenes effectively. What we'll do is we will play through the tutorial, just to kind of show the gameplay mechanics and stuff, to make it clear of what's going on in the game. You could just, you know, say I'm a 60-year-old police chief that knows all the shit that needs to be known, but we'll see what has to be said. So, Freeburg, also known as the Entry Fragger, the often maligned Entry Fragger of NIP, PD, organises upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress, and detectives continue their investigations. You can freely move employees between shifts. Indeed, all officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Professionalism shows the overall efficiency level of your policemen. I believe it's this number here. A figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a safe bet, even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. Indeed. Energy shows how tired your policemen are, this bar here. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work, and a policeman who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel, which would be bad, or make a critical error on the job, which would also be bad. Your employees lose 1 point of energy after each working day, and restore 1 point after each day of rest. Indeed. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy, and will come up with reasons, with any reasons they can think of, to take the day off, while others like to drink too much. So you're already getting an understanding of what's going on in this world. We're in a kind of almost like it's the 1920s, or almost like we're in a kind of film noir type situation. So you can only guess about those things, but you should be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behaviours of your employees. Of course. So this is our B shift, as we can see here. So we've got Kochi, Yancey, Purdy, Tsubaki, we've got Asano, Austin, and Price. So what I was trying to do, I've not really played a lot of this game at all, but what I was trying to do with my main police fellas, my troops, my squad, is I've been trying to pair, like, say Kochi with Price. You know, maybe we can learn a thing or two, Price, from Kochi. Stick Austin with Yancey, for instance. You know, Austin, you can learn a thing from Yancey. Purdy and you know, these three, the mid-rank police, the 5-0, the Fuzz, the Rozzers, they, you know, you can mix and match with them. I've been trying to do that anyway, hopefully, in an attempt to build these fuckers up. I have no idea how to play the game properly, so we'll see. We've also got Mole. I can't really click and interact with them to show you like a profile or anything yet, but De Brito and Armstrong, these are our detectives, I believe. We'll start the day. So Shift B, July the 16th. Let's get it on. Our monies. So, we'll remove the mayor's fucking cigar, or our cigar, from the fucking town. So, calls. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. Of course it is. You need to send officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. A mark in the map shows where the call is from. The further away the destination is from the police station, the longer it will take your officers to travel back and forth. So the longer your people will be tied up and unavailable for upcoming work, effectively. So, you know, the further away it is, the less people will have available to us. So we've got our first call of the day. So let's see. So the easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units are allowed to send to the call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions give you the option of sending SWAT. I believe they go into the support slot. But they must be accompanied by at least one officer. Indeed. So, our hit and run. Descriptions. The number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information from the location of the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on. All of this can tell you how serious each case should be taken. A mission might look simple at first glance until it turns into a brutal meat grinder. Or a serious call can come in which turns out to be a false alarm. Fair enough. So, we've got a hit and run at the Everyday Mall. No good. So, a married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man who'd been digging through the trash. Of course he was. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw there was a bum, he'd basically fucked off. Which is a bit shitty of him to do. So what we'll do is we'll send, as I said, we'll send in Kochi and we'll send in Price. Now, Price is a shitty policeman, policeman, woman? I honestly can't tell. Not that that's a slight on Price. Price, you're a good officer, I'm sure. When you mean to be. You're just a little old, I think. Part of the Blue Rinse division. So we'll proceed with Kochi and Price. The fucking dream team, the duo. So they're going to head off and do their thing. Hit and run. Shouldn't be too hard. Last Picture Show Theatre. So there's a fight at the Last Picture Show Theatre. A theatre manager reported that during a showing of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theatre carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theatre's security guards. I don't want to go... I don't want to spread myself too thin, so we'll probably send in... Let's put in Tsubaki and Asano. They might be able to handle this, and then we can probably pair these two together at some point. Or, you know, these two. So you fellas, you lads, the dream team, Tsubaki and Asano. The lads, the troops, go in big. Do your police work. Do some proper police. Do you know, I said this in the Death Road to Canada video. I've been watching The Wire again, so this is perfect timing for me to deal with this shit. So, we got a report through from the hit and run. Outcomes. When everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies, but the truth is, sometimes the criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Any dead cops will hurt your roster, of course they will, and dead citizens bother the mayor even more than the living ones. So, the offender was caught, officers unharmed, they get a boost to their thing. Not bad at all, not bad at all. See, dealing with it the best way we know how, and they're back home, surely? No, they've just reached their crime. Kochi and Price are going to take their time. So the fight, let's have a look here. The offender was caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Job's a good one. Good work, team. Good work, fellas. Good work, lads, ladies. Enjoyable stuff. So I've been watching The Wire again. Can't beat it. Wire. Season 1 of The Wire might be one of my favourite seasons of any TV show of all time. It's just so fucking slick and amazing. Armed fucking robbery, you say? 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. Fucking kinky bastards. The criminals fled in a car, but the store manager wrote in the license plate. The owner is one Janet Brown, who lives in the suburbs. So he lives in the suburbs, so it's just kids, basically, you know, taking the piss. We'll send in, fucking Bernard Purdie. One of the greatest drummers of all time. And fucking Steve Austin will go in as well. Alright, send the lads in. Go on, boys. We've got Johnson. Oh, okay. Kochi and Price are back just in time, so we've got a fight. Johnson, Jurgen, and Kat's law firm. A brother and sister clash with each other over their deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and our security guard is off duty tonight. I think we'll send in you, my friend, Yancey, and listen in Price as well. Price, you need to fucking get yourself up in the numbers. We'll see. This should be an easy one, though. I mean, maybe we could send one officer, but I think sending 2... so this is the point that I'm not sure of at the moment, is whether or not I should send 2. Maybe we'll just send 1. Well, I'll try this. This is science. We're doing raw police work, but with science. Let's just send Yancey. He should be fine. No, but you have to send 2 police. You always send them in 2s so they can, you know, eyeball witnesses and, you know, so there's a corroboration of information and evidence between the 2, surely. But then again, there's not enough to send 2 of each, is there? We're slightly... Let's just send the fucking SWAT in, eh? Why not? Fighting, send the SWAT in. Arguing, send the SWAT in. back over a homeless man? Fucking send the SWAT in. Do you know we should just replace everyone with SWAT? Just give everyone a fucking AK-47 and we'll be all fucking going on with life. Right, let's try the science. Let's try and just send Yancey on his own, and we'll see. Could fail because there's only one. But we'll see, we'll see. We're dealing with things well. Day 1's going, well, day 2 really, but day 2's going surprisingly well, I'd say. I think we're dealing with things appropriately. Okay. Ooh. Ho ho. Ghetto. So a passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and his money in the ghetto. Now, I don't want to be that guy that says, you know, the ghetto, they don't like police, but I watched The Wire. You know I have. I just said I did. So we're sending Kochi, fucking the greatest police of all time. We're sending Price as well. Price, you're working for your fucking pay today. And I'm going to send in Asano. Just to have 3 to deal with this situation. We don't need 3, but certainly 3 should probably be suitable for cover. Maybe. We'll see, we'll see. Direct orders. When your cops aren't sure how to proceed, they may contact you and ask you how to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate. So, the vehicle in question, this is the armed robbery. This is the porn fuckers, the kinky bastards, the kinky squad, stealing the porn. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. Knock on the door, open up, police. Sneak into the house through the open window. Turn on the siren and loudspeaker and shout that the house is surrounded. I think just a knock on the door and this is the police should be suitable. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Job's a good one. Purdy, fucking Bernard Purdy and Steve Austin. The dream team, the duo. Not bad at all. So hopefully we're dealing well with so Yancey. How did we do? Offender escaped, officer unharmed. I don't know if that would have been. Wait, hold on. Was this the brother and sister duo? Yancey, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We all have bad days. We all have bad days. So we're gonna have some police back soon. Kochi and Asano and Price. Let's see what you've got to say for yourselves. They're just about to arrive at the assault. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Job's a good one. Price, look at Price. Price is a new lady after today. Previously the worst police of all time, soon to be, you know, not bad at all. So we're moving into night time. I believe we're on, is it a Monday today? Oh, so we can end the day. I guess we, wait, hold on. Do we need to wait for these fuckers to get home? Yo, let's end the day. The day is ended. Not bad at all. So overtime, if you think you'll need a couple of extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake, indeed. So, we can now actually look at our shifts. I don't suppose we'll need overtime, so let's look at shift A. Fucking Stovall! Stovall, the big man! He's the guy we need. Now, we only have 2 detectives on. Do we need more than 2 detectives? I'm not really sure. Who else have we got? We've got fucking Baskin Robbins, we've got fucking Rolf Van Dahl, fucking Gandhi, Hugh Grant, Burchell Jr. and fucking Rob Roy. Not bad. Beasley and Moser, they sound like fucking German guns from World War II. Whip out the Moser. I think that should be fine for shift A. I don't think we'll need much more than that. See, when Stovall's on the job, you don't need anyone else really, do you? Plus, no one's as bad as Price. we can let Price have a day off, I think. So we'll end the day as we do.
Used to be, when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Alright, I think this is a good point to end the episode. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, all the usual good stuff, and of course, I will see you next time.